It was America's second battle for independence.
I think the War of 1812 is a lot more important than we have given it credit for.
It renewed patriotism and pride and ushered a young country into a new age of prosperity.
Our world power-ness, if you will, was pretty much guaranteed as a result of the War of 1812.
People who passionately believed that their cause was right, and there they were, fighting to the death for that cause.
The depth of the Great Lakes and their windswept shores hold the memories of that war, waged between a young American republic, growing Canadian territories, and a bruised British Empire. But with each passing year, there is less physical evidence of this significant part of New York history. Populations grow, developments expand, and preservationists worry.
Most battlefield sites are quite big, and even today only fragments of them survive.
Archaeologists and historians sift through layers of what has been left behind in northern New York while waging their own battles against time and expansion.
They all are in danger. Every archaeological site, the #1 enemy of an archaeologist is development. And that seems to be a never-ending battle of always being ahead of the bulldozers.
Literally pieces of the men who fought here are left behind on the battlefield.
As developers see opportunity to expand, communities struggle to weigh the cost of economic growth against preserving the lands of an inglorious war.
Don't buy the idea that historic preservation and economic development are exclusive. They're not.
And it's always a creative balance that you have to have. And you got to try to make everybody happy.
It's not a contradiction between preservation and development, but that this is a very precious resource, that if it's gone, you can't ever get it back.
The War of 1812 helped turn the tide for an underdog nation to be recognized as a new world power, over land and over sea. On the bicentennial of that battle, voices of the fallen still echo around the state. In Plattsburgh, historians dig through layers of dirt, confirming details of a story that was once thought to be lost to time and development.
We are standing in what is the only archaeological record of an existing 1812 campsite from the period. There is none other in the country that we're aware of. You're going to find some discoveries that will warrant attention and also, I think, support from the state and federal folks because it's so important for our heritage and our history.
In Ogdensburg, years of industrial pollution and long court battles have made preservation efforts difficult.
There was 8,000 tons of contaminated soil taken out of here.
In Sackett's Harbor, faithful stewards of the battlefield have successfully woven its history into the community's identity. But it's one family's farm that holds more than just memories of the war.
The Bolton's farm has been in the family probably since the early 1800s. It's a special feeling that if you only knew what actually happened where you're standing at that moment, it's quite unique.
In Oswego, a grand fort is witness to over 2 centuries of progress on its Great Lake harbor. But the industry that helped shape the city remains precariously close to the border of where history was made.
Yes, I do worry. And I do what I can, and hopefully processes are followed.
A committed few tell its stories. Others dig deeper to find the voices of the past and fight to save sacred ground before it's lost for future generations.
Without them, we don't have any character, we don't have any depth. We are just a bunch of shallow people with a lot of condos and shopping malls. They're everywhere. Like we need another one.
And it's unique because nobody else has got that piece of American history. So preserve the doggone thing.
Losing Ground, premiering February 2014, only on WCNY.